2 weeks ago, the Cavaliers dominated their battle with Miami Trace in the FAC, but on a playoff night, it was all Miami Trace in the second half, 27-14. We'll hear from both coaches coming up in just a moment, but first, this from Hometown Motors Incorporated.
Fall. With it comes leaves. Be prepared with a Husqvarna leaf blower. Buy it now from Hometown Motors Incorporated, 818 Eastern Avenue, Chillicothe.
In their meeting 2 weeks ago, it was Miami Trace with two of their players sitting out due to injury, two top players. But then tonight, Chillicothe played with just 19 players due to quarantine. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. But first, let's hear from head coach Jerry Williams as his Miami Trace Panthers picked up a playoff victory, and they'll play London next week.
It is a different outcome, and when we spoke last time, like I said, we were struggling with with some players, and we had come off a big loss at Jackson, and we were down and injured, and came into this limping, and today we came into this prepared, and like I said, I feel for Coach Pryor because it's a tough, difficult situation that he had to enter this game, but those kids played hard. I mean, Chillicothe played extremely hard.
How big was your score just before halftime?
I tell you what, it was huge. I mean, it shifted the entire game. The momentum changed, and that's what number 2 brings to the game. I mean, he can take the top off of a defense anytime, and he can make plays. And he's truly a playmaker, and he's done that all year against every team.
What a challenge, man. You knew there was going to be a different set of circumstances when you came in tonight.
Absolutely.
But man, to be up 14-6, and you probably felt pretty good up until they got that touchdown there late in the
Yeah,
first
that was key. That was key right before half. But we knew at the same time, hey, we've got the ball coming out second half. Let's put a drive together and put a few together because we felt like obviously we had the running game going for us. So, but yeah, that touchdown before the half that was major, and that gave them a lift because I think you sit there and you're up by 8 going into the half. They know we have the ball, so maybe they're a little bit tighter, a little bit more conservative defensively because they know they could possibly be down 2 scores in a heartbeat. They play too aggressively defensively, but, it was just a tough circumstance. And, I'm just proud of the way the kids fought. I mean, all game long, to the last second, to the last whistle, the kids battled. And, you can't fault that at all. You got to give praise to that because these kids – they knew what it was coming into it, but they had strong hearts and they were strong-willed, and I'm just proud of them.
School officials tell me that one JV player for Chillicothe had tested positive for COVID-19, and that resulted in quarantine of a number of their regular players on the roster. So they came into tonight with just 19 to play in this contest. They took the lead early and had a 14-13 edge heading into halftime. But in the second half, Miami Trace outlasted with a couple of big plays. 27-14 the final. They'll head on to take on the London Raiders next week. I'm Dan Ramey. Thanks for watching Litter Media Sports.